Welcome to another episode of the Money Wheel Podcast. The journey to wealth starts here with your host, Don Shade.
Hello, my friend and future millionaire. Welcome to this episode of the Money Wheel. My name is Don Shade. You know, some of you have been listening to us since day one. Others of you are brand new and just found out about us. Well, today is the 200th episode. And the reason that happened is because going into the new year, I made a decision that we were going to do a podcast every day and I was going to give out information to help you get where you wanted to be as far as creating your $1 million roadmap. Now, I'm going to get a little serious in this episode because, as you know, I'm somebody that doesn't watch TV. I'm always going through training and dealing with coaches and all that kind of stuff so that I can be good at coaching you. Well, one of the trainings that I went through, the gentleman set an example there that has stuck with me, and I've held it here till we got to this 200th episode. What I want you to think about is this. Not that I want anything bad to happen to any of you. But let's say tomorrow you don't wake up and you go to meet God. And God's there with you and he says, "How was your life?" And you say, "Oh, it was great. I had a great family and, you know, I had a decent life." And God says, "Look here," and you look over to the side and he's playing a video. And that video has you in it. Not the life you were living now, but the life that you could have had, the person you could have been. And he said, "You know, I wouldn't give you a dream without giving you the path to make it happen. The difference is I couldn't get you to take action through your whole life. So you missed the opportunity. This is what you could have been. This is how your life could have unfolded." You know, and that really stuck with me because there was a lot of times that I procrastinated and I put stuff off and I didn't do the work I should have done because I didn't feel I was good enough or I had the skill set. I want you to ask yourself this. What is it that's stopping you from becoming the person you want to be, your dream life? Now, obviously, we're not talking about winning the lottery or anything like that. We're talking about dreams that you're willing to work for. What is it that you want to put in place? How do you want your family to remember you? You know, when I went through that training and I heard that example, it really made me think, am I on the right path? Am I doing everything that I plan to do? And I want you to ask yourself the same question. If there's something stopping you, now's the time to address it. Because today is the only day that you're going to get. Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. And if that were the case that, you know, you went to meet God and he said, "I want you to see this. This is what you could have been." I guarantee you a lot of us are going to be wishing we had a second chance. And that isn't where you want to be. I want you to go through this life and get everything that you dream of. There are no limits. You know, I don't feel that our path has crossed by accident. You're here for a reason. God don't make no junk. And you were made for success. I want you to think about that. That's everything I have for today's episode of The Money Wheel.
Thank you for listening to the Money Wheel Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and like the podcast. For everything that was talked about in today's amazing show, go to moneywheelpodcast.com and get today's show notes, past episodes, and most importantly, you can connect with Don Shade on all his social media platforms. Again, at moneywheelpodcast.com. If you are just looking to email Don, you can email him at don@moneywheelpodcast.com. For a list of all our tools we use in our business, you can go to moneywheelpodcast.com/resources. Again, thank you for listening to today's podcast, and see you in our next episode of the Money Wheel Podcast.